Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
Welcome back. Good afternoon, honour members. I hear people making noise, calling someone Musowa. I don't know who that is. But on a serious note, I would like to welcome you back. Leader, you are advised us to follow your guidance. Has it changed? Okay.
No, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
So I'll take two to the Honourable Minister. I'll start with the Honourable Member for Mulanje Central. And the Honourable Member at the back, Karonga Lufinia. And the leader of backbencher opposition. For this, I'll start with those three, and then we'll take another round with the remaining three. Sure. Mulanje Central, you have the floor.
First Deputy Speaker, through you, let me thank the Honourable Minister of Youth, Sports and for the statement, well articulated and well presented in the House. However, First Deputy Speaker, I have a question. I wanted to find out from the Honourable Minister as to what plans are there, whether short-term, medium, to fend or take care of our retired sportsmen and women, who most of the times, mostly, they are suffering, living destitutes, dying destitutes. Some got injured even in service while playing, either for the national football team or a Super League team. But when a visit to their houses will reveal that these people are in dire need. They can't even afford medical attention. So I wanted to find out from you. I'm not looking only at football or netball, but other sport disciplines as well, to say, what are we doing? What are you doing as government to make sure that these distinguished men and women who fought for this country, who played for this country and brought this country the world map, should be recognized and assisted and not die as destitutes as it is happening now? I thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honourable Member for Karonga Lufinia.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honourable Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Karonga Lufinia to ask questions to the Minister of Sports. Since it's my first time to rise in this House, I would like to congratulate you, Right Honourable Deputy Speaker, for ascending to that position of speakership. I've got several questions to ask the Minister of Sports.
Unfortunately, the standing orders will not allow you to ask several questions, because then we will not recognize the others. Okay. So can you make sure at least I'll give you an opportunity to ask two questions, please?
Then I don't want to be free. Thank you very much. Okay, first I want to find out from the Minister of Sports if his ministry have any plans in football commercializations, which can also help the team to get something from the TV rights, etc. My second question is, does your ministry have also power to instruct some companies in this country to support the struggling teams like Kalonga United? In terms of social responsibility. My other question is, in terms of identifications of the talents, which starts from the grassroots, what measures does your ministry put in place so that these talents can be easily? The other one is just a very simple one. I want just to find from the Minister of Sports that if he can consider the struggling teams in Malawi, in maybe wavering the teams so that they can, I think they can be wavering the teams. I think when they buy something from the country, I think maybe the duty can be considered duty free in terms of buses, maybe when they want to buy their uniforms and the like. This is the. Should I continue with the one last one?
Honourable member, I thought the chair would appreciate if you declared interest, because I'll give you an opportunity to declare interest. You seem to be an interested party.
Yes. My last question to the honourable minister is that the ministry should at least the Minister of Sports is getting 5% of every game played in this country. So I don't know what is the use of this money, because you don't come up to show up to help these struggling teams, but you are getting that 5% of every game played in this in Malawi. What is the use of that money for the guidance, please? I submit, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much.
My own team. I own it.
On that, can I get honourable leader of backbencher Malawi opposition? Is it backbencher MCP or backbencher opposition?
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, for recognizing
Karonga Lufinia, please, your microphone. Karonga Lufinia, your microphone.
Also,
thank you.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, for recognizing one of your own to ask a question to the Minister of Youth. My question is coming from her opening statement and the closing statement. She submitted when she was opening her that her main performance objective is to make sure that young people are empowered economically. In the midst of the submission, he agreed with many that the biggest problem, the performance gap amongst young people, is an issue to do with unemployment. And he continued to say, despite that,
she continued
to say, despite that, the biggest ministry in the Republic is her ministry, because she has 70% of the people that are forming the bigger population. My question is an issue of unemployment. For the 10 young people that you meet, 3 or 4 are employed. As we speak, we are at 32.5%. But looking at the submission, the performance objective, performance mechanism, how she will try to address the problems that young people are facing. I'm submitting through you, Right Honourable Speaker, that she should write her story, how she will come out on how she will address the problems on issues of unemployment. Very lastly, we have in this national dialogue table, we have what we call the youth caucus. But when you look at the youth caucus, despite being the mouthpiece of the national dialogue table, and when you meet out of 10 members of parliament, 6 are young people. As a minister, what are your plans to make sure that the youth caucus is recognized as we are doing with women caucus? And lastly, our issue of Youth Innovation Fund, what are your plans to make sure that you continue with that fund? Thank you for recognizing one of you. I want to ask questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honour Member. Honour Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I wish to thank the Honourable Member for Mulanje Central, who is asking what plans are there to take care of retired sportsmen and women, and what are we doing as government to make sure that we address this problem of retired sportsmen and sportswomen's welfare. Honorable Mr. Speaker, sir, my ministry is in the process of developing a policy on welfare to support retired sportsmen and sportswomen. I know, Honorable Mr. Speaker, sir, that the ministry is also working hand in hand with the Legends, which is comprised of retired sportsmen. So they are looking at the welfare of their fellow sportsmen, and also they are devising their work plans to work with the younger generation that is coming up. So we are working hand in hand with them, and as a ministry, we are already in the process of developing a policy to address that. To continue, right, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, Kalonga Rufinia asked about football commercialization in terms of what the ministry is doing, and I wish to report that firstly, we have plans to engage companies in order to support the commercialization sport. So it is an issue that is by the ministry, and he also raised the issue of identification of talent. I did indicate, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, that through the Malawi Youth Games, the ministry is using that platform to identify budding talent at grassroots level. During the previous games, we managed to identify up to 700 athletes who, as we are speaking, are playing on the international platforms. So with regards to identification of talent, there's the Malawi Youth Games that is working in order to address that issue. The other issue asked by the honorable member for Kalonga Rufinia is the 5% of every game. He wishes to know where that money goes. I wish to indicate, First Deputy Speaker, that 5% is not much. The ministry is struggling with maintenance and renovations of different country. So the 5%, the honorable member should note that goes towards maintenance of the stadium. The stadiums have amassed huge bills. There are huge expenses, electricity, water, and several other utilities, ground maintenance. So that's where the 5%, right on, First Deputy Speaker, goes. The third question, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, came from Lilongwe Nsinja constituency, and he is asking on the issue of unemployment with regards to what the ministry is doing in order to address this issue. And he is also asking, perhaps, First Deputy Speaker, I should ask Lilongwe Nsinja to bring the youth innovation question again. I missed that part.
Honourable member.
This National Dialogue Table approved funds for the Youth Innovation Fund. I just wanted to know, are you continuing with the fund and the programs on the same? Thank you very much.
Minister.
Member for Lilongwe Nsinja constituency, with regards to the issue of high unemployment among young people, my ministry is in the process of working with other ministries to ensure that we create a lot of platforms for capacity building for young people. The idea is to train the young people in other, the idea is to train young people in terms of other talents, the artisans in terms of other talents that they can do in order to generate income. So we, as a ministry, are not looking at creating only substantive employment for the youth, strategies that we can use in order to enable the young people to be able to generate income on their own. In addition to that, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, we have the youth internship program that is ongoing, and this is meant to train the young people to transition from the knowledge that they acquire in class to the practical lessons, to the practical sessions. So that program is acting as a bridge for the young people. On the youth innovation program, I am in consultation with the technicals, the officials from the ministry. We are sitting down, and when that is ready, I should come back to this house to report on the progress of this. Thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Point of order, Honor. Point of order.
I see the one, before your point of order, I see the Honorable Minister of Local Government rising. Are you rising on a supplementary question?
Not question.
Okay.
In the interest of collective responsibility, the Minister is a very diplomatic minister. She is a minister that speaks less but acts more. I wanted to supplement by saying that the 5 billion kwachas, that one of the deliverables within the 5 billion kwachas, Right Honorable Speaker, is job creation. The job creation will come in the following spheres. Number one, every construction that will be taking place as we drive forward will be created. We are moving towards banning bent bricks, for example, to protect the environment. We therefore will be using blocks, and those companies will be creating jobs. In district councils, we have already deployed engineers, so many of them in 28 districts. So in terms of job creation, she was just trying to be quick, but we project that within a year, thousands of jobs will be created, and doing a lot to make sure that jobs are created for the youth who are indeed in majority in this space. I thought I should supplement answers. Thank you.
That's in order. Thank you very much. I will recognize the honorable member for Kasungu. Yeah, then before I'll get to you, sir. I'll get Kasungu, Kasungu Southeast, Zomba, Site South, and Cholo Mangunda. Finally, the honorable member here is Chirazuru Nyungwe. I'm actually looking at those that have not had an opportunity to rise. It's a criteria I'm using this afternoon. Before you start, Kasungu, let's hear a point of order from Karonga Lufinya.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. My point of order is that the Honorable Minister did not respond to my questions, whereby I was saying that the teams that are struggling in sponsorship, and that your ministry can come in wavering these teams in terms of buying them something or from outside the country. So he didn't come up with that one. And again, on the 5% that he responded to say that maybe the money is used for building the stadiums and the like. I'm surprised that even the Karonga Stadium has never been rehabilitated since it was built. And they have that shortage of the, what we call seats of the stadium, the stands. That shortage, but they have never come up with even any maintenance from the stadium. That's why I was asking the minister, to the minister, how this money is being used. I submit, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, when you take the next set, can you remember to respond to his current submission that you did not look into? We are starting with Kasungu Southeast. Yeah, Southeast. You have the floor, sir. Professor Nsilimba. Is that your microphone, or can you check if your neighbor next to you is available to borrow you a microphone?
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing people of Kasungu Southeast constituency. This is my first time to stand and address this August House. So let me first congratulate you on your success. Accession to that position. It's not a mean achievement. But also let me congratulate the President for resounding victory. I think people didn't expect that huge margin. So I congratulate the President for that victory. But also let me congratulate the capable cabinet appointed by the president. It's full of experience, great credibility, and also achieving regional balance. And I hope the cabinet will deliver the mandate entrusted by the president on them. My question to the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture relates to youth development. Honorable Minister, are you aware that in 2007, governments in Africa created the Center for Guidance, Counseling and Youth Development in 2007. And that center is meant to promote counseling, youth development, and guidance. But from 2011 up to date, the center has been neglected. It's underutilized. And out of all the governments in Africa, it's only Malawi and South Africa which are supporting the center. They make an annual contribution. And most of the countries pulled out because the center was not being utilized to the fullest. So my question is, what plans are there by government and your ministry to ensure that we restore the proper utilization of the Center of Guidance, Counseling and Youth Development located here in Lilongwe in Area 43? I submit. Thank you.
Zomba City South.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. And through you, I should also thank the Honorable Minister of Sports for the brilliant statement. I would like to find out from the Minister what her ministry plans to do to make sure that the primary schools and secondary schools, which produce most of the players that have played at international level and national level, I've seen with concern that over the past few years, the football grounds for these schools are being used for developments, building blocks and what have you, school blocks, leaving the schools without soccer pitches. As I've said, these are the places where we get our national team players. So I wanted to hear from the Minister what are your plans to make sure that the grassroots development for our soccer, which is the schools, is also protected. Thank you.
Cholo Mangunda, Konjeni constituents.
Thank you, Honorable Mr. Speaker, sir, for according this floor to the people of Konjeni Mangunda constituency. Let me thank the Minister of Sports for the very beautiful statement she has provided to the House. As Malawi, under this able minister, we feel that we are so safe in the sports arena. And I can see that APM does not miss when choosing his team. I would like to plead with the Minister of Sports that it's now high time that we have been losing a lot of money by sponsoring our male football team. Behind women's football and netball, that is putting us on the map. We have exported a lot of girls outside, like the Chawinga family. Yet, we provide very little support to netball team and the girls football. So I'd like to plead with the minister that we could improving the standards of our netball team and the girls football team in Malawi than the men's football. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Chirazulu Nyongwe, who is also a youth member of parliament.
Thank you, Right Honorable Second Deputy Speaker, sir, for acknowledging the people of Chiradzulu Nyungwe constituency with me as the voice box. First of all, I'd like to thank the Honorable Minister It's truly refreshing to have, for a change, a youthful minister leading the Ministry of Youth. So I'd like to applaud her for that. My question is about, we can all see that there's now an advancement in technology globally. We see many countries benefiting from youthful endeavors such as content creation on different platforms. And we know that in many countries, the youth are actually contributing through their talent to about $2 trillion that they're generating out of these endeavors. In Malawi, I know that content creation and the arts and culture, they only contribute to about maybe 1% of the GDP, or maybe 2%, I may be wrong. So we need the support of the ministry and support these different artists and content creators so that perhaps we may contribute more to the Malawi GDP. So I know that, I'm getting to the question. I know that sometime back in Parliament, there was a bill that was passed. It's called the National Arts and Heritage, also known as NAHEG. With this bill, there would be some funds that would support the artists and the creators of the nation. I know there was some funding from UNESCO that was made available for the implementation of the said bill. So my question is, could we ask the Honorable Minister to please provide us an update on the implementation of this, because we know that many artists are going to benefit, and as a nation, as a country, we're also going to benefit by supporting these different creators. First part. Second part, I talked about content creation on the TikTok, YouTube, and the likes. I know in other countries, artists are able to monetize using these platforms. And as Malawi, there were talks in the previous regime about monetizing from the said platforms, and people actually create careers from that. So the ministry in trying to maybe make this happen so that our artists can make something. Thank you. I submit, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. I deliberately gave you more time because your question was more technological and befitting a modern society. So I had to allow that to take place. Honorable Minister, for those questions, please. And this was the last set of questions to the Ministerial Statement.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. Let me start with Kasungu Southeast. I thank you, Honorable Member, for that very important question. He is asking funds are there to reinstall the Center for Guidance and Counseling. I wish to remind the Honorable Member that this institution was established by ministers of education in Africa. So it is under the Ministry of Education. However, my ministry will sit down with the Ministry of Education in order to raise and map a way forward in terms of how we should proceed with this center. From Zomba, was it Zomba City?
Zomba City South, Honorable Minister.
On Zomba City, Honorable Minister, my ministry is also working hand in hand with the Ministry of Education to ensure that the Ministry of Education approves schools that have sporting facilities. So it is a project that it is an activity that will be carried by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture in collaboration with the Ministry of Education. So in terms of approving the schools that have playing grounds, and in order to prohibit schools from constructing classrooms on playing grounds, the Ministry of Education, together with my ministry, will look into that based on what the Ministry of Education will provide. Cholo Mangunda is asking whether the honorable member is asking that we lose money by sponsoring men's football living. It is worth noting, First Deputy Speaker, that indeed our women have done us proud. We are cognizant of that fact. However, as a ministry, we are also trying to weigh in on those achievements by trying to lobby for more funding towards lobby for more funding allocation for women's soccer in Malawi. Not only women's soccer, there are also other sporting activities that are heavily underfunded. So as a ministry, we are sitting down with the technical team and the different stakeholders to map a way forward in terms of how we can provide more support for our women. Chiradzulu Nyungwi, is it Nyungwe, Nyungwi?
It's actually Nyungwe. Is it Nyungwe? Nyungwi.
Nyungwe. All right. Thank
so
you
you
so
have
much.
a choice of a tomato or a tomato. You can go ahead.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. First to the of Chiradzulu Nyungwe, who is a fellow youth, and I am glad that every time that he has risen in this house to make an address, he makes sure he makes that reference. I think we can get him as the Deputy Minister. Make that consideration, but that was a lighter moment. But to respond to his question on content creators, I have in the House, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, the Minister of Information, I think, who is better pressed to respond to that question. Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker.
Are you yielding to the minister to respond now, or he's going to respond later?
He can respond now, First Deputy Speaker, with your indulgence.
Before he comes, can you consider responding to Karonga Lufinia, his last two pieces that he wanted information from you? Then we'll recognize the Honourable Minister of Information.
First Deputy Speaker, I wish to commend the Honourable Member for Karonga Lufinia for the passion that he has in sports. He's asking whether it's possible for the government to consider a waiver for sports equipment, including buses, for teams that are struggling. I wish to inform the Honourable Member that there is already an arrangement between government and RIA for a waiver for sports equipment. However, the teams that are making their program need to write to government through respective ministries asking for that waiver. So if there are any teams out there that are struggling with importation of sports equipment, except for the buses, but for the basic sports equipment, uniforms, jerseys, boots, and whatnot, those they can write to my ministry and will facilitate that the waiver be provided for. On the buses, considering that buses are not equipments, I will have to liaise with relevant ministries, including the technical team from ministry, on how we can move forward. So on procurement of the buses, I wish to invite the Honourable Member for coffee in my office so that we discuss this further and see what we can do about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Honourable Member has a special invitation with the Chief Whip of the government benches. The Honourable Minister of Information, did you have anything to comment? Or Leader, are you going to comment on his behalf? Honourable Minister of Information, Leader is yielding to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. I rise to supplement the Minister of Information, the Minister of Sports, Youth, on the question to do with content creators, monetization of content creators. I'm pleased to say this, that my ministry is seized with this initiative, and at the appropriate time, I will come into this house to present a full ministerial statement, and that ministerial statement will touch on this particular innovation, as also together with other innovations that the ministry is pursuing. Thank you very much. I will now, if it permits you, allow the owner of the ministry to proceed with responding, but adding more meat to what I've said. Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy.
Thank you very much, Minister of Information, and congratulations for assuming that office, sir. Honourable Minister of Sports.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. Just to add on what the Minister of Information has already said, I wish to assure this House that the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture has this year set a foundation for our national and arts heritage. Amongst the issues that are being prioritized are issues of developing a strategic plan for the Council, regulating the National Arts Heritage Act, which is enabling legislation for the youth, and a review exercise to develop the organization structure for the Council. In terms of empowering the artists in the context of content creation, this is a policy issue First Deputy Speaker, together with the Ministry of Information, is working through MACRA so that the content created by Malawian artists is properly remunerated. So those are some of the initiatives that the ministry is taking together with the Ministry of Information. Thank you so much, Honorable Member for Karonga Nyungu.
Thank you very much, Leader. Leader.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. Now, as a guided area, we now move to debate on the mid-year budget statement. I thank you.
Honourable members, I have a motion on the floor that now we refer to debate on the mid-year budget review statement. Those of the opinion say aye. Aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, the motion is carried.
Government business. Item A, mid-year budget review motion, that this House do consider the mid-year review of the performance of the budget for the 2025-2026 financial year, continuation of general debate.
I start by recognizing the honourable member at the back, right at the back. You seem to have not delivered your maiden speech. Then we'll go to Chirazulu Ngolode, and then the honourable member from Lilongwe Likuni. So in that order. But before that there is a point of order from Deza Kasina. What has gone out of order, sir?
Good afternoon, FDS. It's just a reminder. You had guided the House that you are going to issue a guidance on the issue which I raised for the Minister of Homeland. Yes.
That's noted. I will be coming up with our decision before we adjourn the House. I will be consulting with the Honourable Minister, who happens to be your uncle, and then when I have the answer, I will come back to you. I just want to report to say, Honourable members, the chair is loving the attendance this afternoon, apart from the few members that have decided to stay away, but the attendance is very good. I want to applaud the House for that. Honourable member, remind me your constituency, sir?
Chitipa Central constituency.
Chitipa Central has the floor on the debate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, for recognizing the people of Chitipa Central. And on their behalf, allow me to congratulate you and the entire speakership for being elected speakers of this August House. The people of Chitipa Central constituency have full confidence in the speakership that you guide us and uphold the democratic principles. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, allow me also to begin by glorifying the Almighty God, because it's by His grace that the people of Ishalikira, Katutula, Ifumbo, Chinunga, Naulongo, Mswero, and many others under the areas of Sub-TA, Mweni Chinunga, Mweni Ifumbo, Mkombanyama, exercised their wisdom to vote for me. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm humbled and I stand here with deep gratitude and commitment that I will serve with integrity, diligence, and accountability. To the men, women, youth, people with disability, the church leaders, merchants, health service providers, I'm humbled. Allow me to borrow the accent of the former head of state, Dr. Chakwera. It's Hanana. It's really an honor to serve the people of Chitipa Central constituency in this house. And I will not let them down. Mr. Speaker, sir. Oh, my voice. This way. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to congratulate His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika and the mighty Democratic Progressive Party for the bold introduction of the 5 billion constituency development fund. The decision is historic and transformative. I do think that even President Trump in America is wondering how the DPP managed to come with this manifesto, which has direct empowerment to the people through the constituencies. Even the former head of state is wondering, how did he not think of that? With this money, with the CDF, we hope to construct a market at Chitipa Constituency Center, befitting a status of Chitipa district. We are going to construct a bus depot that befits the district. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have a stadium in Chitipa, which is said to be a stadium, but it's a fence because there's no one who can sit in that stadium. It's a home ground of Chitipa United. For those who do not know Chitipa United, it's the team that might to beat Big Bullets home and away. Oh. It's a home ground that we are going to uplift with the CDF, the OBCs, including the VIP stand, which is only a covered stand, but we are going to uplift it to befitting a status of the Lions of Chitipa United. Mr. Speaker, sir. Yeah, I'll be closer to the mic. Mr. Speaker, sir, with the CDF, we are going to have good road network that will include even the streets. We'll have roads with gravel. We are going to have to improve on housing of teachers. We are going to have a DDC at Ifumbo, and we are going to have a new primary school at Nkumbirende, a community secondary school in the area of Senior GVH Mopiu and Senior GVF Mswero. Mr. Speaker, sir, we would want to see that every GVH has got electricity. In this case, we want to rely on MAREP, but on CDF to access transformers. Mr. Speaker, sir, in his address, the President made his commitment to quality health care for all. We are looking at CDF to provide social security, health insurance for vulnerable children, widows, the elderly and people with chronic conditions. Mr. Speaker, sir, it shouldn't be a luxury for the people in Mopiu, in Chinunga, to access clean water. With the CDF, we're going to have clean water in all the areas of Sabutie, Ifumbo, Chinunga, and Nkompanyama. Mr. Speaker, sir, with the 200 million of the youth and the women, our people are assured of accessing business loans. The state president, Professor Arthur Mita Mutaliga, did not need to promise Malawians 1 million jobs. All what he needed to do was to empower constituencies with money that create jobs. I would like to assure the women of Iposia, the women of Ishalikira, the women of Katudula, that we have the monies to support them. We have the 100 million for the women, 100 million for the youth. That will create businesses for them. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to extend our gratitude to the Minister of Agriculture for including Chitipa as one of the first districts in the first phase of FISIP. Our people are accessing fertilizer as we are speaking now. While we are appreciating that, Mr. Speaker, sir, we should also encourage the minister to ensure that seed is readily available in the constituency. Because the seed and the fertilizer, I think they should go hand in hand. In any case, it's the seed that should have come first. Mr. Speaker, sir, while we are talking of supporting farmers with FISIP, we should also be thinking of strengthening our extension services. As we speak, Mr. Speaker, sir, many of the extension officers, the agriculture extension development officers, they are still using push bikes. It's important, of course, we realize that now we have the monies, we'll be able to support our idols in the constituencies, but we also need to make deliberate effort towards soil health. I would be thinking that the beneficiaries of FISIP or any other beneficiary of inputs, they should be part of supporting soil health. You want me to be bending down? I'm a tall guy, so I must be standing so that my people in Chitipa. I forget those people.
Honour member, address the chair. The chair is listening, and you are protected to deliver your maiden speech. Actually, this is the house where your voters have sent you to participate in the debate. And you are doing exactly that without being interrogated by anyone. Honour member, enjoy the debate. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Mr. Second Deputy Speaker, sir. I was encouraging the ministry to support on soil health, and I would also want to encourage the Minister of Agriculture to look into the mess that was created by NIF. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, while it is important that due diligence or audit should be done on NIF to make sure that there is no malpractice there, but most of the agro-dealers who have been supporting farmers through NIF haven't been paid their monies because of the audit in place. I would like to urge the ministry to speed up so that the suppliers, agro-dealers, should access their monies. The window of agro-business is very small because it's agribusiness. It's just a window, small window. So if they miss the window, it means they have missed the whole business. I would like to urge them to speed up the process of auditing so that the business people must be paid. Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir. While we are talking of the businesses, we should also look into the people, the farmers, who must be organized into groups and who are the cooperative members. Mr. Speaker, sir, I look at the cooperatives that the members live and behave like a social club. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to urge. I would like to encourage the Minister of Trade to relook at the curriculum of cooperatives, because the members of cooperatives, they do not live to expected standards. Most of our groundnuts here are sold at Ngona there. One would think that it's the market that is consumed by the groundnuts consumed within Lilongwe, but it's smuggled out. The response to that, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the previous government was to put a roadblock by the multi-phase sponsor at the Chilumba garrison. Mr. Speaker, sir, Yusuf Mango used to say the boundaries of Malawi is not at Chilumba. The people of Chitipa needed to access produce from Lilongwe, Kasungu, and any other. I think, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Minister of Defense should look at if the roadblock at Chilumba is still necessary today. Because Yusuf Mangochi used to say we don't need it because prohibiting people from getting resources from the central region. And while our Homeland Security is looking at the people who were causing drama, the Panganef's people, they should also look at the people who kidnapped Mangochi at night, many informal or not, by the kidnapped Mangochi, Yusuf Mangochi, because of protecting the interests of people, Kalonga and Chitipa. That must be looked into. Mr. Speaker, sir, I cannot resume my seat without talking of Chitipa Ilomba Road. It's a maiden speech. The road of Ilomba Chitipa Road has been under preparatory stage for the past 5 years. From this place to another. It's the road that causes mud during rainy season, dust during dry season, because it appears to be under construction. Mr. Speaker, it's not a luxury road. It's an important strategic economic road because it connects us, the people of Malawi, to Zambia and Tanzania. It's the road that helps MRI to strengthen their revenue collection. It's an important road that needs to be constructed. History reminds us that it was the DPP government that constructed Kalonga Chitipa Road after decades of broken promises. The legacy gives the people of Chitipa Centre confidence that the DPP government will deliver this final remaining economic corridor. And we'll be pressing this request time and time again as a matter of priority, equity, and national interest. When you talk of Chitipa Ilomba Road, it will be important that we extend the road. We also talk of Ntalile Nyika Road. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I thank you for recognizing the people of Chitipa Central constituency. Thank you.
My brother.
Thank you. The people for Chitipa Central. We now go to Chirazolo. But before you, Chirazolo, there is another point of order. Honorable member for, are you the leader of the deputy leader of backbencher here? You seem to be rising so often.
I'm a chief whip. Chief whip of backbencher.
Oh, you are the chief whip of the backbench.
Yes.
Possibly 2030 will create that position at Parliament. For now, we don't have.
The legal
but you have the floor. You have the floor, honorable member. Zulu, your microphone, please. Yeah, just wait for the point of order first, and then we'll come to you.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. Good afternoon once again. I wanted to raise this point of order yesterday, but my dear brother, the Minister of Information, was not in the house yesterday. I'm kind of concerned as a member of Parliament that there's misinformation out there, and looking at the names which were being called by stakeholders which are under the Minister of Information, where we are called as a house of greed. Looking at the qualities of debate which we are having and enjoying this afternoon, this house is not a house of greed. So I wanted the Minister of Information to pronounce himself on this one, and looking at how the CSOs are hitting on us, I think the Minister of Information can help us to collect the misinformation. That's why I rose on point of order for you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. That point of order was also raised yesterday by the Honourable Member for Dowa East, and the Right Honourable Speaker gave his input to say he's going to look into that, and I certain the Right Honourable Speaker is looking into that and is going to make a clarification on that. But you cannot raise a point of order to a minister. You always raise it to this office, and then this office, at that time, they will recognize the Honourable Minister to make an input. But indeed, it is a concern even of this chair that name calling of this Honourable House should at all cost be resisted. And should at all cost, this is an Honourable House, and an Honourable House deserves total respect. The Honourable members in this House should be respected at all times as Honourable members, and they command a big population out there. They were trusted to represent people throughout Malawi. We are Honourable members, and we will maintain to be so up to 2030 September. At that note, allow me also to welcome the Honourable Member for Lilongwe, Ntandire, Nsirinza constituents. I didn't know you were in the House. Honourable Member, congratulations and welcome to the House. Who is also the Honourable Minister of State. Honourable Member, some members seated at the far back have never seen you. They would like you to rise and they should see you. Thank you very much. Member for Chirazulu.
Chirazulu Nguludi.
Chirazulu Nguludi, you have the floor.
Yes, Honourable Speaker. Thank you very much, Honourable Deputy Speaker, for giving the opportunity to the people of Chirazulu Nguludi to say a statement on the budget. Honourable Deputy Speaker, first allow me to congratulate you and the Speaker and the second Deputy Speaker for ascending to that position. We are really happy and very proud of that. Honourable First Deputy Speaker, allow me to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to the people of Chirazulu Nguludi for re-electing me for the second time into the Right Honourable Speaker. I don't take this trust for granted, and I pledge to serve them with dedication and to the best of my ability. Honourable First Deputy Speaker, I also wish to thank Malawians from all regions for electing Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika as President of this nation. The current economic mess created by the Malawi Congress Party requires proven and steady leadership, and the Malawians have chosen Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika to restore stability and progress. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, let me take you to February. In February this year, the Catholics issued a pastoral letter. And in that pastoral letter, the Catholics wrote, and I quote, "As we journey through this Jubilee year of hope and approach the 2025 general elections, we too at the tomb are asking who will roll away the stone for us as a nation. Malawi faces many challenges, our own stones that must be rolled away for us to experience renewal, peace, and progress." End of quote. Honourable Speaker, way back in February, the Catholic bishops had seen a big stone. They didn't know who would roll out that. But Malawians, clever as they are, they actually elected Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika to roll away that stone. First Deputy Speaker, this is something that we all Malawians are very proud of. I also want to commend the Honourable Minister of Finance, Planning and Decentralization for a mid-year budget review that demonstrates responsible leadership, fiscal discipline, and unwavering commitment in improving lives of ordinary Malawians. With this, Honorable Speaker, you may recall that the biggest stone that Professor Arthur Peter Mlai saw was hunger. And just a week when he was ushered into government, he made a procurement of maize. That saw the prices of maize in Malawi getting down from around 90,000 to below 50,000 as we are speaking now. These people of Nguludi are very, very grateful for this. And they are now able to believe that Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika has come here to end hunger, and hunger will go. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, another tool that Professor is using is the FISP. Let me begin by commending the President. At this time of global economic shocks and rising international commodity prices, where many nations have abandoned the substance, our government has chosen to stand with the farmer, the backbone of our economy. And these farmers, you saw from Chilazurugud, the people of Chilazurugud are very grateful that the President has actually decided to bring down the price of subsidized fertilizer to 10,000. And they're very grateful for this. In Chilazurugud, First Deputy Speaker, people will benefit from this, and we appreciate the government's consistent efforts in streamlining the program, reduce leakages, and strengthen the target. Yes, logistical challenges may arise, but what matters is that government is actively addressing them. Unlike previous administrations that allowed the program to collapse under corruption and mismanagement. First Deputy Speaker, even honorable members that are here, they know, they were afraid to go into the villages, they were afraid of facing hungry people. Now we as members of parliament, with this FISP, we are able to go into the villages to see people now registering freely. And we commend the government that this FISP has come to assist the people. You would wonder, a government that would spend 67 billion, I think plus the office of the president and the like, it could be around 120-something billion within 6 months. You divide that by 6, you get at 20 billion of money being spent every month when people are dying of hunger. I would not be surprised if this is one of them. And one cannot claim kutama pita kuchali chama bempera and wakufa dinja. People are dying of hunger and are spending 20 billion a month in the office of the presidency. God,
you go and pay my hair.
God, the God that you believe that you pray will actually handle you. My plea, Honorable Deputy Speaker, is that I implore all the government officials to ensure that the fish fertilizer is distributed in time and the beneficiary verification system is done so that everybody else benefits. And if anything, we should make sure that by next month, everybody has received his fertilizer. Because previously, and I remember I used to stand during Chilembwe Day on the 15th of January, lamenting that fertilizer is not there, when maize had already grown beyond fertilizer application. So we actually commend the government to actually actively make sure that FISP is actually done in a manner that is acceptable to all the people. The next thing, Honorable Deputy Speaker, are the pension payments. This government has shown unprecedented determination in addressing pension backlogs by accumulated over many years by increasing the allocation from 170 billion to 366 billion. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, if there are the people that have been suffering, they are pensional people. People actually were told to go on pension, some of them 4 years ago, 5 years ago, but up to this time, they have not received their arrears. First Deputy Speaker, by increasing at this difficult time, increasing the allocation from 170 to 360 billion, it gives hope to the pensioners now. Now the government has come, which is going to actually give them their money. As MPs on this side, and I believe in all the sides, we must proudly acknowledge that pensioners today have more hope than ever had under previous regimes. However, we cannot be complacent. I ask all the government officials that are actually given the responsibility to remit this money to ensure that they fast-track disbursing of this money. Because even the current civil servants that are working, they are even afraid to retire because they know they won't be given their money. We have got some other people who retired so many years ago, their wives, those who died so many years ago, their wives are still in institutional houses now for 3-4 years just because there is no money, pension money given to them. Some of them, women, have even started...
You have 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. The second thing, First Deputy Speaker, is the free primary and secondary education. One of the proudest achievements of this ruling party in its manifesto commitment was free primary education, a policy that will open doors for millions of children starting from January 2026. We actually expect high enrollment because of the demand, which means that more teachers, more classrooms, and more learning materials will be needed. We are very thankful that this is coming together with Constituency Development Fund, which is 5 billion. We believe that we, honorable members, we are going to respond to the problems that are going to arise from this free secondary education, like classroom, like with the 5 billion constituency that is going to come. We believe that equality of opportunity and free education is a foundation of good future. In conclusion, First Deputy Speaker, the people of Chilazurungudi remain firmly behind this government because they can see the difference, they can see the progress, and they can see that we are not just talking, but we are delivering. As a proud member of Chilazurungudi, I affirm my commitment to ensure that the people of Chilazurungudi are served with my best of my ability. I thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Chilazurungudi, for those words. Honourable members, I'm being advised that the honourable member for Rumpi West was not given enough time to debate yesterday. So before I go to Lilongwe Likuni constituency, allow me to allocate 5 minutes to the honorable member for 6 minutes. I'm being guided that it was 6 minutes still on his time. Honorable member, you are starting now at 15:23 for 6 minutes. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, and the government leadership for allowing me to finish the 6 minutes. And also thank the leader of the opposition on the opposite benches for making his team to shoot government business yesterday. Now, Second Deputy Speaker, sir, no government operates without funds. And the government to operate, it requires to collect taxes. And from these taxes, we have good news in Nyumba district, in Nyumba West. If government collects enough, implementation of the 5 billion will not be a challenge, because government will have enough resources, employment will be created, youth will participate, women will participate, salaries in different endeavors will be paid. This is the reason.
Usaiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.